I'm a doctor and I hate going to the doctor. Hey guys, I'm an interventional radiology resident and I wanted to talk to you about going to the doctor. It can be stressful, it can take some time, and sometimes we walk away not having all of our questions answered. Sometimes, in fact, we may go home and realize, oh crap, I wish I asked that, or I wish I got more clarification about this or that. Here are 5 things that I would always keep in mind when I'm going to the doctor or getting any kind of medical care. The first one is making sure that when I am actually in the room with the doctor, I am making sure I'm asking all of my questions. Anything that doesn't make any sense to me, I ask right on the spot, make sure I'm getting all kinds of clarification so that we are all on the same page and there's no misunderstandings or miscommunication. Even though I am an interventional radiology resident and I have a pretty strong background of medical knowledge, I'm not an expert in any of the other fields outside of my field. And so I come across situations and questions that I have no answers to. So I always ask the dentist, the orthodontist, the doctor, the surgeon, or whoever I'm talking to make sure that I'm fully aware of what we're talking about and what the plan is. The next one is, I think, the most important, and that is making a list of the questions that you have. When you know you have a doctor's visit coming up, be cognizant of the fact that you should be writing every single question that comes up in your mind down. And I think the Notes app on the iPhone works the best. This is an example of a list that I had made for my son's doctor's visit with a pediatrician. And I just wanted to make sure that each one of these questions was addressed. And I wanted to make sure that I didn't leave the doctor's office and realize that there were some things that I wanted answers to or things that I forgot to ask. The next really important thing is to trust your judgment. And the reason I say this is twofold. Number one, we have a good instinct. When something's not right or something doesn't feel right, that's somehow we just know that we need to figure out what's going on. And the other part of it is that I don't believe that most doctors are trying to mislead you or do something wrong. But if there's anything that you're having a gut feeling about, if you don't follow through on that or ask more questions or get a second opinion or whatever, you're going to regret it or you're going to feel like you got inadequate care. So it's always good to trust your judgment and address those issues as they come up. The next thing I would always do is get a second opinion, especially for situations like getting surgery. It's not to say that there are surgeons that are willing to operate unethically, but more so it's that there are different philosophies and different approaches to treating different kinds of illnesses and situations. And both options are good. A conservative option where you just watch and wait can work, or a surgical option can work. So you should find a second opinion and figure out what you want and what really meshes with your values and what you're trying to get out of that situation. That even applies to things like dentists. Some dentists are more aggressive on treating cavities and some dentists will watch and wait. So it's always good to get a second opinion where it's appropriate. Obviously, things are simple and less complex. You should just make sure your doctor's answering your questions and you're getting the treatment you need. Really, the main thing is surgery is a big deal and you can't reverse surgery or undo surgery. So you have to make sure that you feel like you had all your questions answered and you had all your doubts addressed. Finally, I think it's important to use any other resources you have. So if you have any friends that are in the medical field, any family, relatives, or anyone, just ask them your questions, tap into all the resources you have available, and you may be able to get some great insight. They may be someone you feel more comfortable with asking more questions for one reason or another. So it's always important to look at what kind of resources you have available and see if they are interested in talking to you and maybe helping you understand the situation or the treatment options or whatever. So anyway, I hope that these tips and ideas can help you get the most out of your doctor's visit and help you be more informed and educated on your treatment.